proud that I'm able to support my family's needs, literally. In
Oh,
my 12
yes.
years of working in the BPO industry, guys, honest to goodness, I have never been able to get this much consistently.
Hi, everyone. Craig here. I am with Charles, not the butcher, Charles, the former butcher, right? I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm kidding. Charles, tell us about you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christopher Charles Ataide, and I've been a Cyberbacker for 1 year now. I am a Headbacker since last October. I've got 3 kids, and something interesting about me. Yes, Craig was saying that Charles the Butcher, and he's right. Before anything, way back since 2007, we've got this news from Australia that people wants to work there to be, a meat packer. Me and my friends decided to let's go ahead and give it a shot. We practiced like an apprentice for 3 months. The funny thing there is, on your graduation day, you'll be paired up with your partner, and then you're going to slaughter the cow.
Really?
Yeah, from slaughtering down to slicing it, and then getting the skin, everything. And we got a certification for that. After that, we didn't know that there are priorities first, so we were not able to make it to Australia.
Huh. That's interesting. It's okay. You made it somewhere else, correct?
That's right.
All right. So, all right, my man. Question everybody's wondering right now. We get this a lot. You probably get this a lot. Before coming to work at Cyberbacker, had you ever worked online before?
There were attempts, but it didn't push through. So actually, This is the first time that I work from home, and this is my first online job. Yes.
Awesome. What attracted you to working online?
I used to work in a publishing company in Cebu, and I had to leave the company because I relocated here in Manila with my girlfriend. I bet you know her. She's Eunice.
Kind of famous. Of course we know Eunice.
And working online, so remotely was not an option for me. I told my close friend who was working here before, he was an ISA, and I asked him, where do you go to work? And then he mentioned Cyberbacker, tried to apply. I needed a job, and he assisted me to apply. And here I am, more than a year with Cyberbacker, continuously growing in all aspects. Thank you, Craig, for this opportunity.
Oh, man, thank you. I appreciate it. I know about you and Eunice. I've listened to the podcast. For those of you that don't know what podcast I'm talking about, get better at your Google game. Come on. Go check out Spotify, right?
Right.
All right. So what are some of the goals, Charles, that you're working on accomplishing here at Cyberbacker, or you have accomplished that you want to tell the world about?
There are a lot. Number one is to be financially independent, to be able to support my own family, especially my parents, taking care of their medical needs as they grow older. Next is to have my own house and lot, which I started paying for my own lot in Cebu. I also want a brand new truck or pickup, like the ones that you have there in the US.
Yeah, like what kind?
Do you have the GMC or the Chevy?
Oh, yeah, we got those. I was thinking you were going to say something. I was going to be like, no, I'm going to talk you out of that. It's a bad decision, but they're not bad. The US does okay on making GMCs and Chevys. So as far as what role you're in, tell everyone what you do, your actual role.
What I love about being a headbacker is using my leadership skills and influence to help other people appreciate and understand the true value of being a cyberbacker and being able to help others to know how they can work effectively and efficiently with their own clients.
Absolutely. So for people who don't know what a headbacker is, what's a headbacker?
It's a team leader.
That's awesome. I think that's it. And it's team leader, but it's a full-on freaking leader. I mean, you make their goals your goals. You take care of them. By the way, I've encountered a lot of people you'd worked with. I've never had anyone say, oh, I worked with Charles. It was, I know why they call him Charles the Butcher. No, everyone who's worked with you, it's been all positive. It's been great. So I know that this is the question that most people are wondering. Just being a headbacker, working a cyberbacker, so pay a good income?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
In my 12 years of working in the BPO industry, guys, honest to goodness, I have never been able to get this much consistently. And my family can attest to that. This is the only time I can say, and I can be proud of, that I'm able to support my family's needs, literally.
I love that, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So in addition to takes care of you financially, you do a lot of great work as a leader in our company. What other things give you fulfillment here in Cyberbacker?
It is fulfilling because when I get a new cyber recruiter, cyberbacker to work with, and I help and mold that person to be able to do his or her responsibilities and perform at a high level, that is really fulfilling in the sense that I know I may not be the only one, but there's a part of this person that I can manage to help.
That's awesome. I love it. All righty. So with us, we've got, as always, Cyber Cammy.
Hi,
Cammy,
good
what great
morning.
questions do you have?
Okay. Now that we're talking about the goals that you have, Charles, of course, there will be challenges, right? So, what are the biggest challenges that you have encountered personally and professionally?
Personally, one of the things challenge, sometimes you feel that there's this satisfaction that you cannot, fulfill. And sometimes worries comes in your personal life. All you just got to do is always remember what I do when obstacle comes in my personal life is I got to think back on the
Mhm.
things that I have right now and to be grateful for the things that I have. Of course,
Right.
professionally, there are instances you cannot get perfect people, but the only thing is you just gotta show them, lead them, and guide them, and encourage them, talk to them the things that I'm experiencing before, and this is what I did. At least you've tell them what to do based on real life of what I have experienced before I became a headbacker.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, given that there's a lot of opportunities out there, what makes you stay with Cyberbacker?
People have been hearing this, and it's true. 99% of the people says we are a family, and it is true. Craig has always been like he's been a father, he's like a brother, he's like a friend, and you can't find a CEO who will spend time every week to interact with his people. For the past 13 years, Craig's the only CEO who can do that, and I'm very thankful for him. I may not be close with my father before. It really took time. After 30 years, that was the time that I built communication. And one of these days, I promise you, Craig, I will communicate. It just takes time.
So glad to hear that. And I totally agree with you. I've been here for 3 years now, and it's the same culture. It's really the family that we have here, not just colleagues. We're not actually employees here. We are all
Right.
treated as families. A big hug. Since you mentioned Craig, well, of course, yes, he's not the typical CEO that we have. Actually, it's also my first time to meet the CEO and get to laugh with the CEO. So that's something, and we're so thankful that we have Craig. And imagine that Craig's not here, Charles. What do you like most about our cyber ammo, Craig? He's starting to hide.
Well, if there's one word, then character. He's a perfect example of character. He's also a perfect word for leader, since he leads all his people. Even if on the time that we're no longer here in Cyberbacker, he makes sure that you're going to get something. You're still going to survive, even if you're no longer with Cyberbacker. And that's what we call profit share. So, guys, what are you waiting
Yes,
for?
the
Only
profit
here in
share.
Cyberbacker. Yes,
Only here in Cyberbacker.
only here in Cyberbacker.
I'm going to tell you what, we're going to keep this. This is just secret. Totally live on Facebook secret. First thing, profit share. This is phase 1. Phase 2, we're almost completed with initiation. Loans. Houses and vehicles and stuff like that people have a hard time with, we're funding that. Number 3, cyber kids. Because kids in provinces and stuff like that, they're having a hard time going to school. That's phase 3. We're not anywhere near phase 3 yet. But I'm going to tell you what, last year, profit share was, let's hope we can profit share $50,000. $226,000 later, quadrupled that goal, right? You want to know the secret? Great people. Who's a great person? Charles is a great person. We couldn't have done this without you, my man. Because I'm going to tell you what, you're an example. And Eunice is an example. And I'm going to say, well, as good as I've ever been, like, make no mistake, I'm surrounded by phenomenal people I look up to every day. And so, Charles, you and Cammie, I have a responsibility to go ahead and be at that level with you guys. And so I have no choice but to be my best. I do not get the luxury of mediocrity, right? I know I work with some of the best people in the world. So yeah, I'll totally be cocky about that. I work with, and I'm going to tell you what, if you know Charles, you'll agree with me. I work with the best people in the world, and I'm very blessed for it. Charles, you get the last word here, my man. What do you want to leave with everybody watching us today?
What are you waiting for? That's the last word. We don't want to be selfish people. We want to share our blessings. And Craig is heaven sent. He's a tool from above.
I
Craig,
appreciate that.
we thank you. We thank you so much.
Charles, I thank you, because I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to say the same thing about you. What you see in other people, in fact, this is how it works. You cannot see something in somebody else that doesn't already exist in you. And if not, remember, I'm a big kid. I'm rubber, you're glue. Bounce off me and sticks on you. All righty. Guys, reach out to Charles. Congratulate him, because we're really proud of everything he's done here. Great job,
Thank you,
Charles.
Thank
We're
you,
thankful
Cammie.
for you.